Player 2 has joined the game.
Okay. Limited edition. Reverse cover. Bonus DVD. What are we talking about, Sean?
We are the Two Player Co-op Podcast. We're here with another episode of the Quick Hits edition. Never done the intro before, so bear with me. If you haven't quite figured out yet, it's obvious what we're here to talk about. What should have been a joyous, momentous occasion. Metal Gear is back, and now we have Metal Gear.
What the hell? What the hell? Metal Gear Survive. I have never, ever, even with Rising, Acid 2, any of those other games, have I ever not cared or been upset about a Metal Gear review. Unless you count Pachinko. That doesn't even count, though, to me, because that's not a video game. This is a video game, I guess. I kind of like Metal Gear, okay? I got the Twin Snakes here, even though I never really got to play it, but damn it, I still own it. I don't have the original Metal Gear Solid 1 in physical copy, because I had that for the PC. Somewhere in all the moves from college to Memphis to a few different houses and stuff, it disappeared. But I've got it on my PlayStation 3 also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Metal Gear games here. 2 collector's editions. So, if you've been living under a rock today, Konami announced, as Sean said, a new Metal Gear. It even has the initials MGS, which
Salt in the wound.
pisses me off more than anything. They announced Metal Gear Survive today. I woke up this morning. Every morning I wake up.
Put on your makeup.
Yeah, put on a brand new face. I wake up, go to the bathroom, get the shower going, check Twitter, just make sure nothing's happened. But usually I'll also check YouTube to look at my subscriptions. I want to see what the topic of the day is for the Game Over Greggy show. Subscribe down there. I want to see what the topic of the day is for the Game Over Greggy show. But when I went to my subscriptions, I saw 4 videos of people talking about Metal Gear Survive, and my heart stopped. Especially when one of them was from Yong Ya, who is a great YouTuber, whose title of his video was Metal Gear Survive. It sure ain't Metal Gear. So I'm like, oh God, there's a new Metal Gear. They did it. So if you're not familiar, Gamescom is going on right now over in Cologne, Germany. And there was a trailer for Metal Gear Survive. So I opened this thing up, and to my shock, it starts with Ground Zeroes. When everything is blowing up, and Big Boss and Kaz are getting out of there. You see an unnamed soldier, who I'm sure will be Gray Fox, because we know that's what they'll say. Unnamed soldier looking up as Big Boss flies away in his helicopter. And he turns around and, the platform starts to fall over and stuff. But then instead of just falling into the ocean, wormholes open up. and the surviving Mother Base soldiers are sucked up into wormholes, along with what's left of Mother Base, and they are taken to an alternate reality with zombies. So Metal Gear Survive, I might need yours too. Metal Gear Survive is a 4-player co-op game. Let me just read the press release, because I just can't right now. This comes from Konami's release, those great folks over there. Metal Gear Survive picks up from the ending of Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes to an alternate timeline caused by unexplained wormholes forming in the sky. Players find themselves on distorted desert landscapes full of massive, half-formed structures, living biological threats. They just don't want to call them zombies, so they're living biological threats. And the remains of a once strong military force now litter the landscape. In a struggle to stay alive on this harsh terrain filled with deadly creatures, soldiers who were previously on Mother Base now must work cooperatively in order to survive. Metal Gear Survive continues the pedigree of Metal Gear Solid 5's highly praised gameplay design with a unique blend of stealth and co-op play mechanics. Players can strategically manage massive threats with the help of 4-player online cooperative play. New weaponry will also be introduced to combat charging creatures and lethal environments as well. Long story short, this is a 4-player co-op Metal Gear game. Resident Evil, what was it called? Umbrella Corps came out this past year. People wanted a new Resident Evil. This was before 7 got announced. They announced Umbrella Corps, a horrible, online-only, multiplayer, generic third-person shooter set in the Resident Evil world. I guess Konami thought, what the heck? Let's make our own Resident Evil. And this is what we get. But to actually have the stupid thing sell copies, they put Metal Gear on the title. There's one other update from Games Radar here. The new MGS has been announced. See, and they're calling it MGS because it is Metal Gear. And the reaction to Metal Gear Survive went about as well as you'd expect. The trailer pitches a team of Mother Base survivors pulled through a wormhole into a zombie-filled desert. Ugh. But it's a bit thin on details. However, I've just come out of a presentation. Again, this comes from Games Radar. And this is what I've been explained so far. The game takes place after Ground Zeroes in an alternative timeline generated by unexplained wormholes. That throws a player into a vast desert filled with half-formed structures and biological threats. The last bit's an interesting turn of phrase. There was careful avoidance of the term zombies. The action itself will focus on previous Mother Base staff who must work in co-op to stay alive and get back home. The focus will be on stealth and co-op play. Nothing in this trailer looked like stealth to me. And co-op play mechanics to manage massive threats. That seemed to be hinted at when the trailer ended with something big arriving. Did you see the trailer?
I did not.
They hint that a Metal Gear, it's probably going to be Zeke, because what the hell? Why not?
Zombie Metal Gear.
Yeah, it probably will be. It'll just be a giant zombie. So there's going to be a Metal Gear. It's called Metal Gear. There's going to be a Metal Gear in it, even though it makes no sense. None of this makes any sense. New gear also seems to be a feature, with the presentation playing up the idea that the series has been known for its weapons. One part of the game will apparently involve mastering these new tools. That jet-propelled Catherine wheel arrow being pulled out as an example. At the end of the trailer, this soldier has a bow and arrow. She pulls it back, and the end of it looks like a bullet that has already exploded. You know, that it's impacted, and it's like this. And it starts spinning, and they shoot it into what's left of the zombie's head, and yay. It's like a drill arrow. Awesome. That's Metal Gear right there, a drill arrow. The final fact sheet classes Survive as a survival action game with a release date of 2017. Interestingly, this won't be a full-price game. While no further details were given, I did catch sight of a printout that suggests a €30 or around $30 price point. Other than that, Konami is saying little and not even clarifying if there were other modes beyond 4-player co-op. What do you think? You know what bothers me more than anything about this?
What's that?
This game is canon. This game,
It's canon.
it's canon,
but it's an alternate.
it's an alternate timeline, but Ground Zeroes happens. Snake flies away. But then some of these soldiers get sucked up into this wormhole. So this is actually happening in 1975.
Yeah, but in a different universe. I mean, what if this wormhole took all these unnamed soldiers to like Mars and they're fighting aliens? I mean, technically that's canon.
They might as well have. They should have just aped Call of Duty too.
Yeah.
This, no matter however you want to slice it, this thing is basically canon. So here's why I'm pissed. If you really need me to explain it. What do I hate more than just about anything when it comes to games and movies and TV shows, Sean?
Zombies.
Zombies.
Except zombies ate my neighbors.
Oh, zombies ate my neighbors. See, now I'm so mad.
Oh, and Resident Evil. Resident Evil, zombies ate my neighbors.
Zombies Ate My Neighbors is a great game. God, it's so good. But I'm mad. Metal Gear is now being turned into a generic zombie game.
Yep.
I'm so disappointed because we've talked about this on so many podcasts. The guy on Reddit that works for Konami a few weeks ago.
Yep.
Stick with us. Very soon we're going to reveal something that'll win the fans back. We've taken note of how much you guys want a remake of certain titles. Keep in mind, we've seen Metal Gear Pachinko. We saw the latest trailer when everything in it was scene for scene, perfect recreations of Metal Gear Solid 3 cutscenes in the Fox engine. Original voice actors and everything. We're going to make you guys happy. My magic 8 ball says something's coming soon. Stay tuned. They've been hiring for new Metal Gear, which we were worried because they announced that as soon as Kojima left, we're hiring for a new Metal Gear. Pachinko comes out and we're like, oh my God, is that the new Metal Gear they were hiring for? I guess so. No, it's almost something worse.
Oh, I'd say it's definitely worse.
It's everything that I worried would happen when Kojima left. This coupled with the Pachinko thing is just mind-boggling. And there's been a couple people, I've seen like a couple people on Twitter that are like, well, I like co-op games and this will be fine. It is what it is. It's not fine. It can't, you can't let them think that this is fine. If you care about Metal Gear, this cannot be allowed. When the trailer first dropped, when I was getting to work, I saw that 90% of its likes or dislikes were dislikes. No one likes this. Not only, oh my God, you've got the Fox engine. You're just going to reuse a bunch of assets. Now, the funny thing, the interesting thing here is Kojima actually tweeted, and this will go to, the theorists that say Kojima is still working with Konami. Shout out to Python Selkin. Oh, he put out his analysis video finally. He didn't mention Gray Fox one time. Death Stranding is Silent Hills. He actually makes some good points in there.
It just, like when it finally comes out, it will be...
That it's all a ruse. We're in the Phantom Pain portion of Silent Hills, where they revealed Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. It's just the Phantom Pain with Moby Dick Studios and all that crap.
Yep.
That's what's happening now. He actually makes some good points, and there is a weird coincidence or something. Konami...
Fetus and
No,
Ritus.
well, that, and the baby he's holding, the fetus, umbilical cords. He makes some good points. Not to mention that Konami supposedly, this trademark website shows that they renewed the copyright for Kojima Productions for 10 years this year. Yeah. A lot of people are saying, actually, I think it's just for the logo, so they can still put Kojima Productions logo on old Metal Gear games and stuff like that. They can keep it in Phantom Pain, stuff like that. I don't know. Anyways, Kojima tweeted out in 2013, want to make a genuine zombie game. So that's going to feed into all their theories and stuff. I will be honest, if this was Kojima Presents and he was still there. And I was confident that we might get Metal Gear Solid 6 or we'd get remakes of Metal Gear 1 and 2 from the MSX. I'd be like, oh, that's funny. Kojima's finally getting to make a zombie game. It's cool. But that's not the case. He's not there. He's got his own company and he's making Death Stranding. And it's not Silent Hills. This is what we're left with. Phantom Pain. I never could have imagined how apt that name would end up being. Because the Phantom Pain I feel is, on days like this, it just took all the wind out of my sails. Waking up first thing in the morning to see that. Please do. Please.
You read my mind.
Konami, this is for you. See that? Give me some of your thoughts, Sean.
So, the thing that jumps out to me is I get what you're saying about it's just a generic zombie game, but let's put Metal Gear in the title to sell some copies. I feel like Metal Gear, any true Metal Gear fan is now going to avoid this game because of that very reason. And any of the people that just know Metal Gear but aren't real fans and wouldn't be offended by them turning it into a zombie game probably don't care enough about Metal Gear to buy this game just because of the Metal Gear name. To me, that accomplishes nothing. If anything, it hurts them.
Yeah.
But that's just my 2 cents.
Let me look up this.
And God knows, if we need anything in this world, it's more zombies. Because we don't get enough of them in video games and movies and TV shows and books. And
we didn't even need... One Walking Dead wasn't enough. Yeah. We needed to fear the Walking Dead, too.
Right, if there's dead things walking around, but you don't fear them, who cares? So, let's make you fear them. There will probably be another one, too.
Hold on, I want to see the quote here.
But, bottom line, I feel like anything short of a Metal Gear / Metal Gear Solid remake, you weren't going to like anyway. But, if I'm reading you correctly, I think it is that it'd be one thing if they just made Metal Gear Rising 2 or some other just Metal Gear offshoot. But to take a canonical Metal Gear Solid game and now it's just a zombie game. That sucks. And for me, the closest thing I can think would be Zelda. Obviously,
Link's crossbow training.
Right, that was stupid.
But if Miyamoto and Aonuma are gone, right, and this is what they come out with, and you're like, are you freaking kidding me right now?
But if they're gone, right, yeah, they come up with crossbow training or more of these 4 swords or Hyrule Warriors stuff that I just don't care about. Okay, they're not doing any harm. But yeah, if you come out with Zelda Breath of the Zombies, I'm gonna be like, what are you doing? This is dumb. This is not Zelda. So I do feel your Phantom Pain.
Just to clear up any doubt from IGN, while Big Boss appears at the beginning of the game's trailer, it remains unclear whether he, the Snake clones, or any recognizable characters from Kojima's games will appear in the core game. I doubt it. By the way, these character models look like crap. You're wasting the Fox engine. You compare any of these characters in the trailer to even what your avatar looks like. If you play as not Snake, but if you switch to Kevin or Sean or Gray Fox, whatever, those models look great compared to this main character guy. Ridiculous. However, Konami does make clear that this is, quote, a new addition to the Metal Gear Solid 5 experience.
But playing devil's advocate, just saying, I mean, I agree that it sucks that they're basically ruining the Metal Gear name. But if you had some space warfare game where you're just flying around shooting aliens, that was coming out on the NX, and then right before it came out, it's like, oh, here's a shot of Link, and a wormhole opens up, and a bunch of random Helians get sucked through it, and oh, it turns out they're the ones fighting them in space. Well, now technically, yeah, I guess that becomes canonical. It's not really canonical. It's just, it's a cheap, lazy attempt. Yeah, to give it some notoriety.
Even Jess,
I still say they failed completely.
Even Jess, when she came in the bathroom this morning and she's like, what? And I'm like, there's a new Metal Gear game got announced. She's like, okay. And I was like, it's zombies. And even Jess was like, oh, that's weird. I'm like, thank you. She's like, did they sell out? I'm like, well, no, they can't really sell out. It's a cash in, which is the opposite of a sell out, I guess, which is just wordplay, Jason Mraz. Going back to what you were saying earlier, I would have rather honestly, I probably would have rather had them just announce just Metal Gear or Metal Gear Rising 2 or Metal Gear
Revolution.
Strike Me Down, Metal Gear Solid 6. I would rather see than this. I would rather see them at least make an attempt to make a Metal Gear game.
Right.
Not this. Like, watching Young Yeah's reaction video was like watching me in the mirror. After he was just like, what the hell is this? What the hell? I don't even know. He's like, I don't even know what to say because I don't know what this is. Like, this is what Metal Gear is now. Pachinko wasn't bad enough. Here you go.
Yeah, if you thought Pachinko was rock bottom, no, it doesn't look so bad.
Now, they can't take any of this away. Even though that one probably should go somewhere.
Yeah.
They can't take any of that away. And I understand that. Just like, sorry if I'm going to offend people, this new Ghostbusters can't get rid of my Ghostbusters 1, and Ghostbusters 2 gets a bad rap. And that always bugs me, because Ghostbusters 2 is a good movie. Ghostbusters 1, though, is like perfect, so Ghostbusters 2 is going to be less than perfect.
Yeah.
I get it. So, Ghostbusters 2016 cannot take away Ghostbusters 84. Just like Ben-Hur 2016 can't take away Ben-Hur 1959 or 1912 or 1907, whenever the other ones came out, whatever it was. So they can't touch this. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
All these Hideo Kojima games, they cannot touch. I get it. But this, I mean, not Twin Snakes, but Metal Gear Solid got me to continue playing games in 1999. I know it came out in 98. Actually, 2000 by the time I played it on the PC. That got me back into video games. I'm not going to quit video games or anything like that, because Konami doesn't have that kind of power over me. You can't put that evil on me, Konami. But I mean, Konami, if you ever saw this, I'm sure you won't. We're very, 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 very small YouTubers. I'll just say, please, stop. I would rather you just say, Metal Gear's done, than do this. I understand it's your IP. You would never sell it to Kojima. And he probably couldn't afford to buy it. Unless Sony bought it, actually, or something like that.
Random thought.
Okay.
If you're going to come out with a game where all you do is shoot...
Oh, no, but it's got stealth.
Well...
Somehow this zombie apocalypse survival co-op
you
game
could make the argument that
stealth.
The Resident Evil 4, 5, 6 have stealth, because
that's what some people were comparing this to. They were saying this is like watching Resident Evil 6 get announced, and people are like, "What? Right. What have you done?"
So if Konami's going to bring out a game,
Kojima,
where you just shoot a bunch of creatures up, and you want to attach a big name to it to sell some copies, make it a Contra game. That makes more sense than Metal Gear Solid or Metal Gear.
Or hell, put a cartoon, color of paint on it, and call it Zombies Ate My Neighbors 2.
Is that Konami?
Yeah.
Wow. They do love their zombies.
Bottom line, I don't really know if I've even said anything in this 20-minute video or whatever it's been. I'm just so frustrated. I didn't realize how frustrated I was because I didn't talk about any of this today with Sean because I want to save it all for the video. It's just so frustrating. And I know I've got God of War 4 coming. Horizon Zero Dawn is coming. Resident Evil 7 put out a new trailer. Thank you, Capcom. Thank you, because it looks awesome, and we'll talk more about that on the podcast this weekend or when it comes out next week.
Resident Evil 4 is coming.
Didn't I say 7? Oh,
I'm saying
Resident Evil 4 is coming, right? So there's games that are coming that I care about. I just don't think this game is nothing I will even give a chance because I just don't. I'm angry. And I don't care. Like some people were saying, oh, it's Metal Gear and it's co-op. I mean, technically, yes. Some people love the co-op in Peace Walker. I didn't. I used it one time. I used it to beat Zeke, and that's it. Metal Gear is not a co-op game. Metal Gear is
tactical
solo
espionage.
Yeah, solo infiltration, procure on site, tactical espionage, action or operations. Period. It's not this crap. I don't know. I'm sure I'll have more thoughts by the time we record the podcast this weekend, and maybe more information will come out that'll change my opinion. But I mean, I really, really, really doubt that. I just don't know. I can't believe that all of this amazing gameplay and story and action and espionage and all that has now turned into a generic third-person zombie shooter. Until I see it, I don't believe there's any stealth in this game. They show you shooting drill arrows, and I guess there's some kind of resource management. You got to collect resources and build your weapons or whatever. There's crafting or something. I don't care. But they're like bashing zombies' heads in with big old metal poles and all this other kind of stuff. Nothing in that trailer to me says stealth for 1 second. Even if it did, I don't care. I'm just rambling at this point. Konami, I hate you. I really do right now. The only thing I hold out hope for, I still cannot believe for 1 second that they made all those beautiful cutscenes for a pachinko. Tokyo Game Show is still coming next month.
If I told you Konami is making a new Metal Gear game, but it's all going to be all about zombies, you probably wouldn't believe that either.
That's the thing. This came so out of left field. Like, there were no rumors, there were no murmurs. I saw one person, Max Scoville, at IGN, said that he had heard murmurs about a new Metal Gear getting announced, but he said he had no idea it was going to be this, and he's like, well, that was horrible. Greg Miller put up a GIF that was just like, that's a bad idea. I don't get it. I don't get it. They can't touch the games in the past, but man, it sucks. It really sucks that this is all we've got left. Zombies. Zombies in Metal Gear. And some people will say, oh, well, you had the skulls. They were basically zombies. No.
Sorry.
And that was just one part of a beautiful and amazing game. Not perfect, but still a great game. It's just so frustrating.
10 out of 10.
I don't know. I'm rambling at this point. Do you have anything else to add? Right there. Until, man, whatever your name is, guy on Reddit, I hope you weren't lying. I think you did say check back in September, which is when Tokyo Game Show is. And I swear, y'all better announce Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake. That's the only way you can win anything back from true Metal Gear fans right now. That's your next move. Don't screw it up. Got it? Anything else?
think that's it.
It's been a 2-player co-op quick hits. Hopefully the rest of our quick hits will be more fun. If you're watching this Wednesday night or Thursday morning, stay tuned until Friday when we'll be doing our SummerSlam predictions. And that will be a lot more fun than this. Hate that I have to make this video. Hate that I feel this way. Hate that Konami's screwing us over as fans. But you know what? It is what it is. That's all I got. Sean, take us out.
Thank you for playing.
No thank you, Konami. No thank you to you. Bye, guys.